If you're over the age of 40, it's very important that you get an eye check every single year for glaucoma. And should you be diagnosed with it, well, there's one man you need to talk to. That's Dr. Mark Gallardo of El Paso Eye Surgeons and the Surgical Center. Nice to see you.
Good seeing you.
This is not a license to lose your vision. In fact, there's a lot of hope in what you do. Tell us about this surgical center.
So we wanted to build a surgical center so that patients had an easier transfer from our clinic, which is housed next door, where we evaluate, manage, and diagnose patients for glaucoma. And when they're ready for a surgical procedure, they just have to walk across the hallway to the surgical center, where we'll treat them with a number of different surgical devices or procedures.
You're very close to your wife's family, your father-in-law and your wife. This was a team effort, this beautiful facility, because you think sometimes I have to fly to a Dallas or a Houston to get care of this quality. This place is amazing.
When we decided we were going to build, my wife was very specific about making this a celebration of sight. And so we wanted patients to walk in and feel great about where they were. You can have a place like this in Dallas, you can go to Phoenix, but we didn't have anything like this in El Paso. And so we wanted to give back to the community and provide a clinic and a surgical center where they felt like they were more in a spa as opposed to a stale medical office. But in addition to that, we wanted patients to be able to visualize some of the great artwork from artists in El Paso. And so a lot of the artwork that we have in the building is from a local artist, Alberto Escamilla, who's actually my stepfather, so that patients can celebrate what he does. And over time, what we're going to do is collect more artwork from local artists so we can celebrate what they have done for sight.
Amazing. This surgical center is prepared for all kinds of procedures. Of course, glaucoma. You've developed ways surgically very effective to treat it. What are some other things that your patients might need or look out for?
So a majority of my patients are elderly, and so within the surgical center confines, not only do we offer glaucoma surgery, but cataract surgery. And it was kind of a Freudian slip because I started talking about cataracts first. But everybody develops cataracts over time. And cataracts everybody. It's not a disease, it's a natural discoloration of the lens in the eye. So over time, you're gonna get them, I'm gonna get them. So every single one of my patients over time is gonna develop a cataract. Now, that is the most common cause of blindness worldwide, but it's reversible. Glaucoma is the most common cause of irreversible blindness worldwide. But it's a silent thief of sight because it takes you about 90%, it takes about 90% of your nerve to die off before you realize that you're having trouble with glaucoma. And that's why we encourage people to start getting eye exams every year after the age of 40. Because by that time that they realize that their vision is blurred, they've lost 90% of their vision.
A lot of people in El Paso are elderly, are of modest means, often don't go to their doctors for fear of payment and all that. You truly love people and care about people. What would you say to those people?
Well, over the age of 40, or especially the elderly patients, thankfully they have some form of coverage, especially like Medicare or Medicaid. And seeing an eye doc doesn't necessitate that they have to pay out of pocket, because getting evaluated for glaucoma is a medical condition. And so those types of exams are covered by insurance. And so they should be able to come in to any eye doc in the community to get screened for glaucoma. Or if they're diabetic, they should be able to get screened for diabetic retinopathy. So it doesn't mean that they have to stay away from an eye care provider, because it's not always cash pay.
That's wonderful. Dr. Gallardo, thank you so much.
My
This place
pleasure.
is beautiful, and tell your wife congratulations as well.
She did a great job.
She did.